What's up, guys? So welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sometimes I get so busy and so I don't even have time for this breakdown stuff, okay? But today I've decided to show up and show you what I'm looking at for the upcoming trading week, okay? So yeah, these are the trades I took today on EURUSD. I mean, super simple, just two on EU. And if you check my Discord right in here in the morning, what do we have? Boom, that's what I just gave out. Capitalize on it nicely, beautiful entry to the top, floating nicely. These are my entries on MT5. So yeah, that is just simple EU tree, just 288 down for the day. I had some on GU anyway, but then when we get to GU, I'll show you that one as well. So real quick, I'll be showing you what I'm looking at for the upcoming trading week. Okay, I'm going to start from daily. All right, please, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so that you don't miss out on other future important videos. Okay, all right, so let's continue now. On the daily time frame, what am I looking for? A low that created a high. Very simple, don't stress. All right, and anytime you find a high and a low, there is a break or structure, so just look for that break or structure. That is it over there. Some people will call this a liquidity grab because they see it being done with a wick. I don't have any problem with that, but to me this is a clean break or structure that was done with a wick. Okay, so it was a wick BOS. Now right after this, I need to focus on what the internal structure is saying. So right in here, what can I see? Even without stepping onto like H4 or lower time frames, I can see this last low that created a high. Okay, so if I step onto like H4, we can see that we had a beautiful internal break or structure here to the top, and we have a point of interest sitting here. This is a point of interest. Okay, I know people will be looking here, but no, this is your point of interest. Very simple. Okay, demand. I mean, if you go to daily, you're gonna see the same stuff. Yeah, so on the daily, people are going to be marking this one, but no, we had break 1, break 2, so this is your guy, not this guy. Okay, so that is it. Now once I have found what my H4 is saying, I can now step onto like intraday to look for my setups. That's how simple you keep it. Okay, always keep it simple. So M15. Now on M15, what do I have? I'm looking for my last low that created my high, or my last high that created a low. So the high is actually this one, but where's my low? My low is this guy over here. Why this guy? Because we had a break of structure over here. This is not the low, this is the real low. Okay, those of you who don't know why, I'm just saying this is the low. Okay, and it has been broken. All right, I mean, so after that, what do we have? After the break or structure, there is a point of interest. Let's mark it. So we have that. Boom. Okay, so this is my first point of interest that I had. The second one was sitting somewhere here like this. So that was my second point of interest. Okay, now this first one is most likely going to be taken out because personally I'm expecting price like to get into this guy, then we can now drop. Okay, so my first scenario is that when I wake up on Monday, or when the market opens on Monday morning, I'm checking my charts. I'll be looking for an opportunity to take price first into this guy. Okay, I'll be very happy when this guy is broken. So let's say like this, and then we can get like a move down like this. Then after that, we can now get this move up into this PUI. Then we can look for what price to do next. Sometimes I do all these scenarios for you to know, in case price builds up like future price actions, you can know what to look for. Okay, so first scenario, we can have a situation price will respect this, we're gonna drop down, let's say even clear this low before we come up and do whatever price wants to do. Okay, second scenario, which I will personally love, break this guy, give me a move to the downside, take it back up, and then take it back down. Very simple. Okay, so that's my view on EURUSD. No stress, right? No stress. Then after that, we can move to GBPUSD again. GBPUSD, these are the trades I took today. Very, very simple as well. A sell, well, this one got taken out on break even. The moment price got to this guy, I moved to break even, and then you can see that wick just came for me nicely. Okay, but these two, yes, I had it. 1, 2, 3, I had them nicely. 8, 7, sorry, a 5 and a 5. That's all. This one break even. That's all. No stress. Okay, so GBPUSD, the same thing. Before we talk about GBPUSD, I want you guys to know that I'll be starting the boot camp on Monday. So if today is the first time you are hearing me announcing this boot camp and you want to take advantage of it, please do. Okay, it's a discounted price. I do this twice in a year to help those who can pay for like full mentorship fees. You just pay half, you get access to everything. We're gonna have a live session. You're also gonna have access to the private Discord where I share my setups and all those stuff. Okay, so if this is the first time you are hearing this announcement, you can take advantage of it if you want to. So that's it. Now let's talk about GU. Let's start with the daily time frame as well. Higher time frame, always higher time frame. So first things first, this guy over here has a target liquidity here, up here. Okay, after that, pay attention to what the internals are doing. Simple. So internal, first we have this low, we have this high. Within that, we also have this last low and the high. That's all. So I'll be focused on this guy. So I can step onto like H4. Okay, if you want to mark your POI from the daily, no problem. If you want to mark it from the H4, it will look like this. Okay, so let's have this as demand, or you can go to daily and mark it on the daily time frame. It will look like this, and you realize that price has already tapped in there. Okay, now once I have this H4, look at something, pay attention to what the internal structure is saying. So in here, what can we see? This is the last high that created this last low. Simple. Okay, so once I see this, I can step down. Right in here, what do we have? I'm seeing this guy over here, which looks like a relatively equal highs. Okay, the reason why I'm using relatively equal highs, if you watch with just your eyes, you will think it is actually like true equal highs, but in here you can see, take it out a little bit. Very, very important. The tiny details, that's the little secret. Okay, you need to pay attention to the tiny details. But I mean, some people can consider it as relatively equal highs. Okay, now with that being said, it means that I'm gonna have my supply here nicely. This is gonna be my supply, and you realize that it has the same story as EURUSD. Okay, so in here, look, EURUSD, we have a high that created a low. We have more move to the top. Okay, like a room, big room to the top. The same way GU, we have a high that created a low. We can see all this room to the top. Okay, so they are twins. Okay, so yeah, so first things first, personally, I'll be expecting price to come into this guy, and if this point of interest decides to hold, I will now capitalize on the sales like this to the downside. Okay, so what you can do is you can put a trend line here. Okay, just mark this low. What it means is that if we break this guy, intentions have changed. Okay, because in here I think we had a break to the top nicely. Okay, so first scenario, what I'm looking for is this. When I come onto the chart on Monday, I'll see how Asia builds up. Okay, and when that happens, I'm gonna have this guy here as a point of interest. What it means is that, let's say we have Asia building up nicely like this, we can have a situation where price will just come into this PUI over here, and then we can now take it up like this into this PUI. It will be a very, very good setup if it's presented like this. Trust me, it will be very, very beautiful. and you can get some super good trades, because we are most likely going to get like a sell to buy scenario. Then we can now look forward to sell if anything happens. Okay, so that's the first scenario. Second scenario is, in as much as I'm looking for like this to the top, we can also have a situation where price would not necessarily tap into the point of interest. I mean, we can come in here like this, okay, and switch. The moment we switch this guy, you should know that we are dropping. That's it. Why is it that we may not tap into this point of interest? It's simply because price does not necessarily need to tap into a PUI. No, price doesn't need that. Sometimes price can just, if I take my Fibonacci from this high to this low, you can see this is like 78.6. okay, this is 61.8, this is 50%, and we've crossed 50%. So price doesn't necessarily need to tap into the PUI to no. Sometimes we can just come closer, make a switch, and continue. But personally, I would have loved price to do it, tap into this guy, and then we can now drop to the downside. So that's what I'll be looking at on GBP USD as well. Okay, so in summary, we have a bearish intraday, point of interest up here, and we are going to look for ways to capitalize on the move into this point of interest. Then if this point of interest decides to hold, then we can now take the drop. Okay, even when we are coming with the drop, we need to make sure that the last low has been taken out. So especially, I think it should be this one. I don't know what price will do in the future though, but if we do that, this should be the last low taken out before we drop. Okay, so that's the simple thing I'm looking at on GBP USD. Or sometimes we can even have this one like come down in here because of this break. Then but personally, I would like to see this. Why? Check something out. We have a low that created this high for like 106. This is what I call a fake out. So this guy to this guy should be closer to this. So this low as well into this guy, this is 95. If I push it into this, I mean 105, 106, it should be fine. You see, then we can now do that. So that's why I'm looking for this. Then that's it. I mean, you don't have to stress yourself. Okay, it's not every day that you be complicated. Don't, keep it simple. All right, so that's my view on GBP USD, and then Euro USD in summary. Also intraday high that created a low with a point of interest, second point of interest, but like I said, most likely we're going to break that guy, retrace a little if possible. Okay, tap into this guy and drop. Super simple. Okay, so these are what I'm looking at on these two wonderful pairs. Okay, so if you found value in this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a like and a comment in the comment section. I really appreciate a comment as well. Okay, and don't forget the bootcamp starts on Monday, so if you want to take advantage of it, please do before time runs out. I do this twice in a year, so yeah, if you want to take advantage of it, you can do so. Okay, so have a peaceful week, a blessed one of course, and a profitable week as well. Stay safe. Bye bye.